Darren buys car for $35,000. The value of the car decreases by 15% in the first year. Find the value of the car at the end of the first year. Okay. 15% decreases. Okay. 15%. It means 15 over 100 times the price of this car, 35,000, and it is $5,250. Okay, this. So it means the car value at the end of the first year the car's value at the end of first year, 35,000 minus 5,250. It is 29, 70, 50, 29,750 dollars. Next, part B. After the first year, the value of the car decreases by 11% after the first year. In its subsequent year, B. Find the value of Darren's car 10 years after he buys, giving your answer to the nearest dollar. Okay. Okay. Decrease 11%. It means the value. I'm going to using the formula FV at P times or 29, 750 times 1 minus 11 or 100 minus 11, it means 0.11 in percent, okay, or n minus 1 from this formula. One minus I. Okay, but I mean, I already used 100 minus 11 or 1 minus 0.11, no problem. It's going to be 29,750, 0.98, 9 because 10 minus 1. And if you calculate it, sorry, it is 9, 8, 9, sorry, not 9, 8. 8, 9 because 11. And if you calculate, the value would be $10,423. When Darren has owned the car for n complete years, the value of the car is less than 10% of its original value. It means 10 percent of this one, 30,000. Find the least value of n. The formula for it is, I'm going to using this formula, 1 plus 1 plus r, or 1 plus I is going to be, it is, or like this, because less than original 10% of original price. Okay, so it is less than 10% of 35,000. So PV is 29,750 times 1.11 power n. This is 3,500. So if 1.11 n, 3,500 over 29,750, that is, wait, 2 over 17. Okay. I have calculated that, and then log log 1.11, 1.11 over less than log 2 over 17. We'll move here. So it means n at least log over log 1.11. So n less than, if you calculate it, and approximately becomes 20. So at least 20 years. A monument is in the shape of a right cone with a vertical height of 20 meters. Oliver stands 5 meters from the base of the monument. Its eye level is 1.8 meters above the ground, and the angle of elevation from Oliver's eye level, from Oliver's eye's level to the vertex of the cone is 58 degrees, as shown on the following diagram. Find the radius of the base of the cone. Okay, so we are going to calculate this. This is radius. R. So it is 1.8. It means this is the height from this point is 18.2, because 20 minus 1.8 is 18.2. So if this angle is A, and if this angle is B, and if this is C, this is D, E, and F. So we are going to find AB or R. I'm going to calculate here. Uh, Wait, tangent, because we are going to find DE first. Okay, I'm going to calculate the E first. So tangent 58, it equals DF over DE, and it is 18.2 over DE, or DE equals 18.2 over tangent 58. It is 11.3726, so on. This is DE, and it means R equals, this is RAB, R or AB. It is AC minus BC. AC is 11.3726 because AC equals DE. So R equals AC 11.3726 minus BC is 5. So R equals 6.3726, so on. That is R. And find the volume of the monument. This is a cone. If we look the shape, okay. So we are going to find the volume of a cone. Firstly, I will find the base area. The circle area, this with radius 6.3726 pi r squared. It means 3.14 times 6.3726 squared. And if you calculate, the result is 127.5163 m squared. And then the volume of cone is 1/3 times base area times AF, the height. Okay, so it is 1/3 times 127, 127.5163 meter squared. 8 times AF. AF is 20 times 20. So if you calculate, the result will be 850.11 meter cube. So this the volume of the monument. The random variable x is normally distributed with mean 10 and standard deviation 2. Find the probability that x is more than 1.5 standard deviations above the mean. Okay. So I'm going to using a Z table. A Z table to find 1.5. this in Z table. So in Z table, 1.5 is 0.9332. So that means the probability x greater than 1.5 is 1 minus 0.9332. And the result is 0.668, 0.0668. This, the probability. The probability that x is more than k standard deviations above the mean is 0.1 per k element real number. Find the value of k. Right. Also, through z table, a probability that z greater than k is 1 minus 0.1. Okay, because this is 0.1, so it is 0.9. In Z table, 0.9 you can find on 1.28, and the number is 0.9, 0.8, sorry, 0.8997, this. So Z table 1.28, this, the point, the number, I mean. So it means K, so K equals 1.28, this. Next, a particle moves in a straight line such that it passes through a fixed point O at time t equals 0. This is point O, where t represents time measured in seconds after passing O. For t interval 0 to 10, its velocity v meter per second is given by this function Vt equals 2 sine 0.5t plus 0.3t minus 2. So this is the velocity function. The graph of V is shown in the following diagram. This diagram. Okay. Find the smallest value of t when the particle changes direction. Right. If you using calculator to solving these problems, I have used a calculator, Casiograph 75. Yes. So through this calculator, you can see the coordinate point. Okay, but I'm going to show you uh, how we find the values of t. Look that we are going to find the smallest value of t when the particles changes directions. On this graph, on this diagram, uh, the particle changes directions when it's on the maximum point, and this is an extreme point. Okay, and the maximum point, it changes direction. So we have to find this point. How to find it? Based on the first derivative. Okay, or you can determine through the calculator, but I would like to show you how we we determine the point uh, through this way, through my way, through the first derivative to sine 0.5 t plus 0.3 t minus 2. And the first derivative is 2 half cosine, 0.5 t plus 0.3, and it should be 0. Okay, so we can determine the extreme point or the maximum point, and it's going to be cosine 0.5 t equals minus 0.3. Cosine 0.5 t equals cosine 107.4576. So cosine 107.4576 is minus 0.3. So it means 0.5 t equals 107.4576. Okay. I need more space. Next. So now we're gonna find, 107.4576 over 0.5 times, because we are to convert, okay, over 180. Is 180. And we found the result 3.751. So this the particle changes its directions when t equals 3.751. Okay. I would like to write in the conclusion. So when t equals 3.751, the particle changes its direction. Now, part B. Okay, based on this information that the displacement of the particle is measured in meters from O. Okay, so the unit is meter. Find the range of failures. The range of failures of T for which the displacement of the particle is increasing. Okay. So actually, the increasing from this point to this point, it's increasing. The particle increasing in uh, this graph from this point to the maximum. It's increase. Okay, it increase from t equals 0 to it increase from the particle in the particle movement the particle movement increase from t equals 0 to t equals 3.751. Okay, it increased. Okay, it increased from uh, t equals t equals 0 to t equals 3.751. Okay, so that is the range value for t. Okay, so the range value for t is this the range t 0 to 3.751. But also you can determine this coordinate point. This point, this is t. Okay, I will give name t1 and this is t2. Okay, t1, this interval, okay, uh, it increase above of t, above of t-axis. And after that, after maximum, it becomes decrease. Okay. So how much T1 and T2, based on the calculator, you can determine it. Okay. So in the calculator, this is 1.688. Yep, on the calculator. And this T2 is 6.11. Okay. I have to determine that point through this way, through the function, velocity function, to to sine 0.5t plus 0.3t minus 2. And but you can determine through calculator, but I would like to show you by my method, numerical method. I already check one by one if velocity, if t equals 1y, taking 1 because if you look this graph, this 10, 5, it means here is 2.5 and here is 7.5. 2.5, it means this point under of 2.5, and as well, if this is 7.5, this point under of 7.5, whether 6 or 6.1 or 6.2, later we are going to check. And as well, this, whether 1 or 2 or 1.5, later I will show you. I have checked one by one, right? So if t equals 1, based on my calculations, the result is minus 0.74. And if phi equals 2, the result is 0.2834. Look that this result approach from the right side, while this result approach from the left side. I would like to find if the result is 0.00, right? Uh, After approximation. Next. And how about if the velocity is 1.5? If the t 1.5, if 1.5, velocity will be minus 0.186. And if t equals 1.6, the velocity will be minus 0.084. And if the time, if t 1.61, it is still 0.074. While if t equals 1.68, okay, I have checked one by one, and the result is minus 0.0061. Actually, you can use it, but this number approach from the left side. And if you approximate this number, it will, in this decimal, it will be minus 0.01. Okay. And I have checked already if t equals 1.688, and the result is 0.001. If you approximate this number, it will be 0.00. So receive 8 t or t1 equals 1.688. Again, you can using your calculator. For me, I have used my calculator Casio, the Casio graph 75. Next, for T2, I have checked V7, V6, and if V6, if T equals 6, the result 0.0792 approximately becomes 0.1. So unreceived 8. So what if T equals 6.1? The result is 0.0098. So approximately becomes 0.01. So not receive 8. If T equals 6.11, it is 0.002. We can receive it because if you approximate this number, it becomes 0.00. I have checked already if t equals 6.12 and the result is minus 0.004. If you approximately this becomes minus 0.00, but I would like to receive it because it approaches from the right side and it is equal 0. So T2 equals this number 6.11. Okay, that is T2. Okay, it's about T1 and T2, right? And C, find the displacements of the particle relative to O when T equal 0. So if displacement, it means we are going to find the area from 0 to 10. Which area? This area I would like to change my color will be like this, the area, okay, okay, then that's area. And how to calculate that? Like this. I'm going to show you through integral. That's integral 0 to 10. This the displacement. Integral 2 sine 0.5 t plus 0.3 t minus 2 dt. And we have to find first the integral of these functions. Okay, the integral is the integral of its function minus 4 cosine 0.5 t plus 0.15 t squared minus 2 t. This is the integral of this expression. And then after that, substitute 10 and 0 into this expression, and we can get the result calculation like this, minus 4 cosine 5 because 0.5 times 10 plus 15 minus 20 minus 4 cosine 0 plus 0 minus 0. So it becomes minus 2.135 minus 0. And it is minus 2 0.135. So the displacement, uh, not minus, but the displacement equals 2.135 meters. A class is given two tests, test A and test B. Each test is scored out of a total of 100 marks. The scores of the students are shown in the following table, like this table. Let X be the score on test A and Y be the score on test B. So this is X and this is Y. The teacher finds that the equations of the regressions line of y on x for the scores, wait, from y on x. For the scores is y, this is the equation, y equals 0.822x plus 18.4. Find the value of Pearson product moment correlation coefficient R. Okay. So the first step, we have to complete the table. Okay. So this is students. Okay. Students 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right. For test A, that's the result, 52, 71, 100, so on until 61. For test B, the results are 58, 80, 92, so on until 74. These are X and Y. Now, I will complete with X squared, okay, amount of X squared, Y squared, as well X multiply Y. X squared, 52 times 52 is 2,704. And then 71 times 71 is 5,041. And after that, 100 times 100 is 10,000. And you can multiply all of this data until 10. 61 times 61, 3,721. That is X squared. So you can complete this. How about Y squared? Y squared, 58 times 58, 3,364. 80 times 80, 64, 6,400. 92 times 92, 8,464. So on, can determine, you can calculate until 10, 5,476. That is y squared. Next, x multiply y. 52 times 58, 3,016. 71 times 80, 5,680. 100 times 92, 9,200. So on, you can calculate till 4,514. So the next step, you can determine sigma or amount of x. Sigma x is 796. Sigma y 839. So sigma x 52 plus 71 plus 100, so on until plus 61. Also uh, sigma y. Next, for mean x or x bar is 79.6, and y bar or mean y is 83. Not mean, average of x and average of y. Okay. And then after that, sigma x squared. Sigma x squared is 65,720. Sigma y squared is 72,357. Sigma x y 68,724. I already calculated. And n, don't forget, n is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 students. So that's why n equals 10. Now, I'm going to show you how we calculate the coefficient, correlation coefficients or R through this formula, n times xy minus sigma x sigma y over n times sigma x squared minus sigma x squared, okay, times n sigma y squared minus sigma y squared. Okay, and you can substitute this result into this formula. Is 10 times 68, 724 minus, you can substitute this, minus this number over square root. You can substitute this, 10 times so on. You can substitute this number, and you will find, if you calculate the result of correlation coefficients R, is 0.901. You can substitute this number into this formula. So A is done. Giovanni was absent for test A. So there is a student's name, Giovanni. And Paulo was absent also. A student named Paulo, absent for test B. The teacher uses the regressions line of y on x, okay, to estimate the missing scores. Paulo scored 10 on test A. The teacher estimated his score on test B to be 27 to the nearest integer using the following calculation. So Paulo Paulo has score on test A, and his score is 10. And the teacher estimated the Paulo score on test B is 27. Okay. Teacher estimated that. And estimated by this equation, regression equation y equals 0.822x plus 18.4 based on this equation. And its result is 27, right? So it's based on this regression y on x. Next, give a reason why this method is not appropriate for Paulo. Okay, it's not appropriate uh, because it should not extrapolating. Okay, because it should not extrapolating. Uh, if you if you're using the formula y on x, uh, it's hard for you, but not hard, but cannot extrapolate to find the solution. Okay. Next, other students Giovanni scored 90 on test B. Okay. The teacher estimated his score on test A to be 87. So other students Giovanni on test B, uh, his score is 90, and the teacher estimated his score on test A becomes 87, his score, to the nearest integer using the following calculation. So it's calculation, okay, based on this regression, based on this regression is one. Question C. Give your reason why this method is not appropriate for Giovanni. Why not appropriate? Because part B, I'm going to change the color. Okay. Yeah. Part B, part C, sorry. Part C, point one. It is not appropriate because because uh, we shouldn't use line of y on x. Okay. Y on x to predict x on y. Okay, as you know that test A is the variable is x, and test B the variable is y. So we shouldn't use line of y on x to predict x on y, to predict the opposite. Cannot. We have to use so we have to use the line. Yeah, we have to use the line of x on y. We have to use this line of x on y. So, one done. Next one. Use an appropriate method to show that the estimated test A score for Giovanni is 86 to the nearest integer. Okay. The appropriate method, uh, I will using this formula, bxy, it equals n times sigma xy minus sigma x minus times sigma y over n times y sigma y squared minus sigma y squared. Okay. So if you substitute the result here, this result into this formula is going to be 10 times sigma xy minus sigma x multiply sigma y. You can substitute the number here. After that, 10 times the number here, sigma y squared minus the number here. And you can find the result is 0.98724. 0.98724, not 24, sorry. So this is the result of bxy, and now I would like uh, to show you how we find x, okay, based on regression line y on x. Okay, and the rules like this or the formula like this: x minus x, the average x equals b xy, y minus average y. Okay, and it is x minus 79.6, 0.987124, y minus 83.9. Okay, but it's multiply. So it's going to be x equals multiply 0.987124 y then times 83.9 minus it minus 82.8197036 plus the 79.6, and you can find y, substitute y with 90, because y equals 90. So 0.987124 times 90. Okay. And then because student score is 90, is 6, and you can find the result is The result is 85.621, so on, and approximately becomes 86. Like this. Okay. So look at that. We can find 86 based on the appropriate method. In Happy Land, the weather on any given day is independent of the weather on any other day. On any day in May, the probability of rain is 0.2. May has 31 days. Find the probability that A, it rains on exactly 10 days in May. A, May has 31 days, so it means N equals 31. We're going to find the solution for this problem based on binomial distribution, probability binomial distribution. Okay, let's continue. So this is R. So R, it is 10. And according to this information, that the probability of rain is 0.2, or Q is 1 minus 0.2, it is 0.8, right? So X is binomial distributed with N and P. And the formula is combination NR, P power N, Q power N minus R. And based on the information that that probability X equals 10, this question combination 31, 10, 0.2, power 10, 0.8, power N minus R, 31 minus 10, and it is combination 31, 10, 0.2, power 10, 0.8, power 21. I need more space. So if you calculate it, firstly, you find the combination. If you want factorial, 10 factorials, 31 minus 10 factorials times 0.2 power 10, 0.8 or 21. And if you calculate it on your calculator, you can find 0.041894, approximately becomes 0.0419. And part B, it rains on at least 10 days in May. At least 10 days in May. It is probability of X greater than 10, because at least 10. Okay. It is equals 1 minus probability X less than or equals 9. Yeah. For the binomial distributions, X is binomially distributed with n equals 31 and p equals 0.2. Right, this one, p. And through calculator or table, binomial distribution table, you can find probability x less than or equal 9 based on this distribution. The number is 0.92540. And if you calculate it, it equals 0.0746 approximately. Wait, approximate becomes 0.075. Right, now part C. The first day that it rains in May is on the 10th day. It means n equals 10 because it's on the 10th day. All right. So identify first that n equals 10, the r equals 1, and the probability equals 0.2. And the formula is 1 minus p power n minus r multiply p. It equals 1 minus 0.2. This is q, so 0.8. 10 minus 1 times 0.2. Okay, it becomes 0.8 or 9, 0.2. And the result is 0.0268435. Approximate becomes 0.0268. That is the number 6. Solve the differential equation dy dx equals x plus y, given that y equals 2 when x equals 0. If you answer in the form y equals fx. This is the problems about differential equation. First order differential equations. I'm going to start with arrange this equation becomes dy dx minus y. And it is the first order differential equation form. One. The first order differential equations form like this: dy dx plus py equals q. So q equals x and py equals minus y. So through integrating factor, I would like to multiply by I, but I'm going to find I first. If E equals integral p dx, it means E equals, this is P is 1, py, it means P equals minus 1. So integral minus 1 dx. So I equals e power minus x, because integral integral e dx is minus x, or it becomes e power minus x. Right, I'm going to write in here integral e dx is minus x plus c. This, and e equals e power minus x. It means if we multiply dy dx multiplied by I, it is I dy dx iy I x, or e power minus x dy dx e power x y e power x dx e power x x, sorry, right? It's minus x. And this term, uh, left hand side, this left hand side, and this one is right hand side. This left hand side is integral dy dx, integral dy dx of e power minus x y. Okay, and yeah, equals this one. Now, so integral of this term, this expression is this one, and we are going to find the integrations of this term e power minus x times x, yeah, based on integration by parts. By integration by parts, it means I would like to find integration by parts. Integral x e power minus x dx. So integration by parts, integral u dv minus uc minus v du. So wait, u is x, so du, it means 1 dx. Okay, it's 1. While phi, sorry, dv, okay, dv equals minus, this one, sorry, e power minus x dx. So phi equals integral e power minus x dx. So phi equals minus e power minus x, of course, plus c. So integral, based on this information, we can create this integral. I'm going to remove this space. Integral x e power minus x dx is u times phi, so x minus e power minus x, okay, and then minus integral minus e power minus x dx, okay. This is phi du, okay, so it's going to be minus x e power minus x, and this one minus minus, so plus, it is minus, okay, minus e power minus x plus c, so it becomes minus x e power minus x minus e power minus x plus c. Okay, that is from this one. So e power minus x y is minus x e power minus x minus e power minus x plus c. So y equals divide minus x e power minus x minus e power minus x plus c over e power minus x. Y equals minus x minus 1 and then plus c. Okay. So this is fx. Yeah. Y equals minus x minus 1 plus c. A continuous random variable x has a probability density function f given by fx equals kx with x interval 0 to k. Fx equals 2kx minus x squared with x interval k to k, and fx equals 0 if otherwise, where k greater than 0. Show that k satisfies the equations 7k cubed minus 7k cubed equals 6. And find the median of x, right? So probability density function, it means integral 0 to k, this interval of kx dx plus integral k to k of 2kx minus x squared dx, it equals 1. And if you find the integral, the integral, it is 0 to k, and the integral of kx is half kx squared plus integral k to k, and the integral is kx squared minus 1 over 3 x cubed equals 1. I'm going to move here. So it means substitute k and 0. It's going to be half times k k squared minus 0 becomes plus k times 2k squared minus 1 over 3 2k cubed minus k squared plus 1 over 3 k cubed. It is 1, equals 1. So the next half k cubed plus 4k cubed minus 8 over 3 k cubed minus k cubed plus 1 over 3 k cubed equals 1. And it's going to be half k cubed plus 3k cubed minus 7 over 3 k cubed equals 1. And if we calculate by 6 all terms, it becomes 3k cubed because 6 divided by 2. Then plus 18k cubed minus 14k cubed equals 6. So 3 plus 18 minus 14, 7k cubed equals 6. Yeah, 7k cubed equals 6, this one. Part B, find the median of x. Okay, the median of x, or find m. Median m. I would like to use in a different color. So part B, this is part A. Part B, 7k cubed equals 6. So it means k cubed equals 6 over 7. Or k equals cube root of 6 over 7. And integral 0 to k or kx dx, it equals 0 to k d half kx. So it becomes, we already just know this one. If k, it becomes half k, with x squared here, half k cube, or half times 1k, 6 over 7, 3 over 7. And the next is, wait, I need more space. Integral k to m, k to median of 2kx minus x squared dx. So k to m, and the integral of this expression is kx squared minus 1 over 3x cubed. After that, substitute m and k becomes km squared minus 1 over 3 m cubed minus k cubed minus 1 over 3 k cubed. And it becomes km cubed minus 1 over 3m cubed minus 2 over 3 k cubed. Yep. So it means wait, if integral, this integral 0 to k, kx dx, plus integral k to m, 2kx minus x squared dx, Okay, it is equals 0.5 because of median. So this integral result 3 over 7, and this integral result is 1 plus km cube minus 1 over 3 m cube minus 2 over 3 k cube equals 0.5. I'm going to calculate by 21. Calculate by 21 is going to be 21, yeah, 9. 9 plus 21 km cube minus 7 m cube minus 14. Yeah, 14k cube equals 10.5, right? Okay, and then 9, it becomes, okay, if we substitute k equals, if we substitute, if we substitute k equals, cube root 6 over 7 to here, it's going to be 21 multiply cube root 6 over 7 m squared. Okay. And then minus 7m cubed. Wait, I have to check. This is not cube, this is squared. So this is squared. Okay, that's why this is m squared. Okay. Minus 14. K cubed is 6 over 7 equals 10.5. Wait, 10.5 minus 9, 1.5. 1.5 because 10.5 minus 9. And it's gonna be, this is 14 times 14 divided by 7 times 2. So it becomes 21 cube root 7 over 6 m squared minus 7m cube minus 12 equals 1.5. And next 12 minus 12 minus 1.5, it's going to be 21 cube root 6 over 7 m squared minus 7 m cube minus 12 minus 13.5, okay, equals 0. After the multiply by 2, multiply by 2, it becomes this one minus 14 m cube. This one 2 multiplied by minus 7, and then times this one plus 42 cube root 6 over 7 m, okay, minus 27, it equals 0. and or in decimal, we can write thing minus 14m cubed. If we convert into decimal this term, that is plus 39.896. 39,857 m squared minus 27 equals 0. Okay. Now I would like to find m, median. So I will sketch on the Cartesian. So I would like to change this becomes x, m becomes x. Just find the x values. After that, x becomes m. X squared minus 27. So through my calculator Casio graph 75, the graph like this, the diagram. It becomes like this. Wait. Okay, the different color, the diagram like this. Okay, so there are three intercept points. Three intercept points. The first one, this, the second one, this, and the third one, this, with x-axis. Okay, and the first one, this is 0 point minus 0.734, 0. This the coordinate point. And the second coordinate point, this one, is 1.029, 0. And the third one, the coordinate point is 2.554, 0. Okay. M greater than K. M greater than K. So it means M, this one, and this one. So our conclusion, M equals 1.029 or M equals 2.554. A group of 10 children includes one pair of brothers, Alvin and Bobby, one one pair of sisters, Catalina and Daniela. The children are to be seated at 10 desks, which are arranged in two rows of five as shown in the following diagram. Alvin and Bobby must be seated next to each other in the same row. Question A. Find the total number of ways the children can be seated. Right. So total numbers we can find through this information that Alvin and Bobby must be seated next to each other. So, for example, if Alvin and Bobby sit here, Okay, so it means there are two possibilities. Okay, whether A here, B here, or B here, A here. Okay, as well, if they sit here. Okay, two as well, two possibilities as well here, two possibilities as well here. Okay, two possibilities, right? And we can writing as well here two possibilities. That's one, two possibilities as well here, and here two possibilities. So the total number of ways the children can be seated equals 8 times 2 times wait, if if Alvin and Bobby sit here, the remaining desks are 8. Okay. And the remaining desks are the possibilities to Alvin and Bobby will be sit. So multiply by 8 factorial. And if we calculate the result is 69,000. Sorry, not 69, 645. Sorry, 645, 120. After an argument, Catalina and Daniela must not be seated next to each other. Alvin and Bobby must still be seated next to each other. Find the total number of ways the children can be seated. All right. I'm going to using abbreviation for this total number of ways the children can be seated, that as one total number children. Okay, so total number children can be seated. Uh, it equals, wait, total number of ways. Okay, total number of ways. I mean this number, this result, this total number of ways the children can be seated. Uh, total number of children, total number of children can be seated minus, I mean, total number of ways, it means this one. Okay, this result minus uh, minus total number when Andy and Bobby sat at the end of row, at the end of row, and uh, and Catalina and Daniela sit together. Sat together. Okay. plus. So I'm going to using the double brackets. So plus total number when A and B set not at the end of row. And Catalina and Daniela sat together. Okay. For total number of ways we have calculated, this is the result. Now we are going to calculate total number when A and B sat at the end of row, and then total number when A and B sat not at the end of row. Okay. So the first condition when A and B and the end Alvin and Bobby sat at the end of row. Catalina and Daniela sat together. I like to sketch. Wait, I like to sketch the condition that if the arrangement like this, arrangement of desk, like so, if A and B at the end of row, for example, if A and B set here, okay, at the end of row, so it means set here as well. And set here and set here. So when they set here, there is two possibilities or two ways, whether A here, B here, or B here, or A here. So as well here is two, that's one, two, that's one, two. So A and B and the and beta sat at the end of row. Okay, A and B sat through 8 ways. Okay, now how about C and D? C and D, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the illustration. Okay. Okay, if Andy and sorry, if Alvin, if A and B sat here, so C and D sat together, the possibilities they sat together, the ways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 ways. So C and D sat together, with 6 times there are, this is 2 ways, 2 ways, two ways, and so on. Two ways meaning C can sit here, D can sit here as well, D can sit here, and C can sit here. So there are two possibilities for every way. Right? So it means 6 multiplied by 2, it equals 12. Right. So after that, 12 multiplied by 6 factorials, okay, and it is 6 factorials. It is, wait, I will calculate it. So my calculator is 8,640. Yeah. Why is 6? Because if this sheet, it is Alvin and Bobby's sat here, and C and D sat here. So there are the remaining desks are 6. Okay, so there was 6 factorial would be sit by Alvin and Bobby or Camila and Daniela, right? So this is the total, the if C and D sat together, right? And then the total number of ways for this part, total number of ways for this part is uh, 8, okay, because this 8 ways, 8 multiplied by 12, okay, plus 1, okay, multiplied by 6, or 8 multiplied by this number. And it equals 69,120. Next, the second conditions when I'm going to using the different color. Okay, when A and B not sat at the end of row, but C and D sat together. All right. So A and B sat through. Wait, I will show you my illustration. Okay. Not at the end of the of row, it means uh, on this position, there are two ways as well on this position, or this position, on this position, two ways, two ways, two ways. So it is 8 ways. All right. How about C and D? C and D sat together. Wait. I'm going to show you a variation of this illustration. Okay, if Alvin and Bobby sat here, so C and D sat together on this position with two possibilities on this position, also with two possibilities, this position as well, 1, 2, 3, position as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this position as well, 5. Okay, so C and D sat together uh, with 5 times 2. Okay, so it is 10. And after that, we have to multiply by 6 because if A and B sit here and C and D sit here, there are 6 remaining desks. So it means we have to multiply by by 6. So total number of this part, total number of this part is this one 8, 8 times 10. Okay, this number times 10 times 6 factorial, this one. So if you calculate the result, 57,600. All right. So based on this formula, okay, based on this formula, I have written TNC. Okay, TNC. Okay, TNC equals 645,120. Okay, I'm going to show you this number, this result from this one. Okay, okay, and then minus, okay, minus in brackets this result, this one. Okay, I can't see. Okay, 69, 120 plus this number, 57, 600. And if you calculate, the result will be 518,400. This is the result. Tulskerry and Rockall are small islands in the Atlantic Ocean in the same time zone. On a given day, the height of water in meters at Tulskerry is modeled by the function like this, AHT. This is the function, where T is the number of hours after midnight. The following graph shows the height of the water for 15 hours, starting at midnight. At low tide, the height of the water is 0.5 meters. At high tide, the height of water is 3.76 meters. All heights are given correct to 2 decimal places, right? This is the graph. Question. The length of time between the first low tide and the first high tide is 6 hours and m minutes. Find the value of m to the nearest integer. Right. So this point is the first low tide, and this point is the first high tide. According to my calculator, Casio graph 75, this coordinate point is 5.138,05, 0.5, while this coordinate point is 11.262, 3.76. And it's supposed to be this graph like this, okay? And I have checked this this coordinate point also, but especially for this point is 0, 3.556. But we're going to focus on this point, the first low tide and the first high tide. The length of time between the first low tide and the first high tide is 6 hours. Okay, and we are going to find M. Right. So A, part A is the length of time. It is 11.262 minus 5.138, and it is, I need more space. It is 6 hour. Yeah, 6.124 hours. So 6 hours plus 0.124 hours. 6 hours. I'm going to convert this part into minutes. 0.124 times 60. Okay, so it becomes 6 hours plus 7.44 minutes. Okay, so M equals 7.44 minutes, or approximately becomes 7 minutes. Okay. Next, part B. Between two consecutive high tides, determine the length of time in hours for which the height of the water is less than 1 meter. Less than 1 meter. It means like this. I have sketched on my calculator, and the coordinate point, we can determine, wait, right? This is one, a straight line. Okay, so this coordinate point, the first coordinate point is 15.017, sorry, 15.817, 1, and this coordinate point is 18.955, 1. Right. So it means the length of time, length of time, it should be 18.955 minus 15.817. equals 3.138 hours, or approximately becomes 3.14 hours. Next, part C, find the rate of change of the height of the water when T equals 13, giving your answer in meters per hour. Right. Wait. Okay. For part C, the function is 1.63 sine 0.513 times t minus 8.2 plus 2.13. And the derivative of this function is 0.513 times 1.63 cosine 0.513 t minus 8.2 plus 0. And if t equals 13, so according to this information that t equals 13, right? If t equals 13, will be, wait, we have to calculate it first. So it's going to be 0.83619 cosine 0.513 t minus 8.2. Okay, if t equals 13, if you substitute 13 into this expression, you can get the result minus 0.650622811476 and approximate being 0.651 meter per hour. Right. Next. On the same day, the height of the water at the second island, Roca, is modeled by the function this, A, B, C, D, where T is the number of hours after midnight and A, B, C, D greater than 0. The first low tide occurs at 2:41 when the height of the water is 0.4 meters. The first high tide occurs at 9:02 when the height of the water is 2.74 meters. Fine. Values A, B, C, D. Okay. Find it. This part D. So the function is it's t equals a sine b times t minus c plus d, right? And the time occurs are 2:41 and 2:41. I will convert to decimal, it becomes 2.68 hours, and it is 9.03 hours. I have also I will create based on the previous function that wait, that the graph wait like this. Okay, so the low tide the low tide occurs to at 2.68, okay, and 0.4, the height of this tide, and the high tide occurs on 9.03, and the high tide is 2.74. Okay, now for A, we are going to determine A. A is amplitude. Amplitude is half of the difference between high tide and low tide. Okay, so it means how to calculate this: half times high tide minus low tide, and it is half times 2.74 minus 0.4. And if you calculate, the result is 1.17. And the next is D. I would like to find D first. After that, find period and B and C. Next, D is the vertical shift. Okay. What is that? The vertical shift is the average of high tide and low tide. Average, it means half times high tide plus low tide. So half times 2.74 plus 0.4. And the result is 1.57. I have explained this in my classroom. Right. And next period, I would like to find period of this graph. The period is the time between two consecutive high tide. Okay, so it means how to find period through this time, two consecutive time. Wait, I have problem with this. Okay, the period is uh, yeah, 902 minus 241. Okay, so it becomes 8, and this is 62. Becomes 1, 2, is 6. Okay, 6 hours, 21 minutes. So it means the periods will be 2 times 6, 21. Okay, or 2 times 6, 35. If 21 convert into decimal, becomes 35, and the result is 12.7 hours. This is the period. Okay. Right. Now we're going to determine B. B is 2 pi over period. Okay. Because one period is 2 pi. One period, according to our calculation, our previous calculations, is 12.7. And if you calculate it, 2 times 3.14 over 12.7, it's going to be 0.494739. And you can approximate, become 0.495. This one. Now, C. C is mean of time between low tide and high tide. It means half of low tide time and high tide times. If you look this, time is this graph. The time is this one, okay, 2.68, okay, or 241, and this one 902. Okay, this already convert. But for calculate this, I will using the time, the original time before conversion, and that 241 plus 902. Okay, 92, and it becomes half. Uh, 2 plus 9, 11. 41 plus 2, 43. So it's going to be half 11, 43 over 60. We are convert, and then it becomes uh, convert to decimal 11.716667. Okay, not so on. Okay, and if you calculate half times this 11.771667, the result is 5.85833, so on. And you can approximate becomes 5.86. So this is C. When T equals T, the height of the water at Sulskerry is the same as the height of the water at Rockall, yeah, Sulskerry Island and Rockall Island for the first time. Find the value of T. Right. So let's change the color. Part E. The function source carry function is 1.63 sine 0.513 t minus 8.2 plus 2.13, while local function is 1.17 sine 0.495 t minus 5x6 plus 1.57. A, B, C, D. Yeah, okay. Recently we calculate that. And I have created the graph. This function, uh, the first function and the second function, like this. It's important for us to determine t. Yeah. The two square graph, like this. Okay, while the local graph like this, the local graph like this. Okay, and this point, wait, this coordinate point. This coordinate point is 4.16292, 0.725. So T is here, the same height. So T is equals 4.16292. And you can approximate becomes 4.16. Okay, three significant figures. Consider the curve C defined by the equation e power x plus y equals x squared plus y squared, shown on the following diagram. The curve has a line of symmetry y equals x. This is the curve C. There are 2 points on the curve C where the tangent is horizontal. These points are labeled P and Q. These are point coordinate point P and Q. And this is the symmetry, which equation y equals x. Question A, show that dy dx equals to x minus e power x plus y over e power x plus y minus 2y. Right. I will start with find the derivative or dy dx of this equation e power x plus y equals x squared plus y squared. We are going to prove that the differential of this equation is this one. So now I'm going to find the differentials of the left side and the right side. So it becomes dy dx of ex plus y plus e power x plus y, differential of e power x plus y becomes this one. The first differential of y, and after that, this differential of x. And it's going to be 2x plus 2y dy dx. And after that, dy dx and dy dx at the left side, e power x plus y minus 2y dy dx. 2x minus e power x plus y. And factorize e power x plus y minus 2y. 2x minus e power x plus y. So dy dx equals 2x minus e power x plus y over e power x plus y minus 2y. Proof. So P part 1. Show that the x coordinates of points P and Q satisfy the equations 2x squared plus ln 2x squared minus 2x ln 2x minus 2x equals 0. Wait. Okay. So B part 1. To find the tangent, we have to find first the differential of function, and differential of function of a functions or equation should be equal 0. So dy dx equals 0. Dy dx of these equations e power x plus y or function x squared plus y squared. Okay, differential of this function is based on this result, it is 2x minus e power x plus y over e power x plus y minus 2y equals 0. Okay. I need more space, right? So 0 multiplied by this denominator becomes 2x minus e power x plus y. It is equal 0. Or e power x plus y equals 2x. And through learn, you're going to find the equation. Okay, so based on learn rule, comes like this. And I'd like to move here, the space. So x plus y, learn e equals 1, learn 2x. So y equals learn 2x minus x. And this is the first equation, and this is the second equation. Next, the first equation and the second equations I'd like to substitute. Substitute into e power x plus y equals x squared plus y squared. So e power x plus y is this one, 2x. So we can writing 2x plus y is this one, x squared plus ln 2x minus x squared. And it's gonna be x squared plus ln 2x squared minus 2x ln 2x plus x squared and 2x minus here, so x equals 0, x squared plus x squared, 2x squared plus ln 2x squared minus 2x ln 2x minus 2x equals 0. So prove these equations. This one. Hence, find the coordinates of P and the coordinates of Q. Based on that equation, based on this equation, we are going to find a coordinate point P and Q. So, so we have to find first the value of x, and after that the value of y, and we can determine the coordinate point P and the coordinate point Q. So how to find x? For me, I have gained x through the table, through diagram, through my calculator Casio graph 75. I have sketched this this equation or this function, and this function becomes like this. Okay, actually, this is the vertex, and the coordinate point, the value of x is the coordinate, is the intercept point between this graph and x-axis. So on my calculator, it shown 0.331077 comma 0, and so this is x1 and x2 is 1.84273, comma 0. So this is the x2 and this is x1, while the vertex is 1 comma minus 0.90584. Right. What we are going to using x1 and x2. Right. So x1 we gain or we got 0.331073, while x2 1.84273, or we can approximate 0.331 or 1.84. Yeah. Three significant figures. Now substitute x1 and x2 into this equation. Y equals ln to x minus x. Okay, when x equals 0.331073, if you substitute into this equation, you can get y value is minus y value y equals minus 0.74332 when x equals this one 1.84273. Substitute into this equation y equals minus 0.538335. So approximate 0.331, approximately minus 0.743, approximate 1.84, approximate minus 0.538. So coordinate point P is 0.331 and minus 0.743, while coordinate point Q is 1.84 and minus 0.538. Next, part C. Using the line symmetry, write down the coordinates of the points on the curve C where the tangent is vertical. All right. So the line of symmetry is y equals x. Point P and coordinate point P and Q will be reflect on this symmetry. If you look this, the diagram, okay. So this the symmetry. So P will be reflect on this symmetry, and this symmetry is the reflector, and P, the image in P is this one, will be here, okay, and the image in Q will be here, okay. So the opposite of it will be the opposite of P and Q. So the implications, if the symmetry y equals x, uh, if P is 0.331 and minus 0.743, so the imagined P is minus 0.743, comma 0.331. So y becomes x and x becomes y. And then imagine key or key epsilon becomes minus 0.538, comma 1.84. Yeah. Find the coordinates of the point. Find the coordinate point. Okay, on curve C where the tangent has a gradient of -1. Okay, the tangent is -1. So it's a tangent -1, it means the x equals -1. Okay. As you know that dy dx is 2x minus e power x plus y over e power x plus y minus 2y equals -1. After that, multiply. So becomes 2x minus e power x plus y equals minus e power x plus y plus 2x, 2y, sorry, it's 1. It becomes 0. So 2x equals 2y. So x equals y or y equals x. Now, we are going to substitute y equals x, substitute y equals x into e power x plus y equals x squared plus y squared. There are two possibilities. The first one is e power x plus x equals x squared plus x squared because y equals x. So it becomes e power 2x equals 2x squared. And the second one is e power y plus y equals y squared plus y squared. So e power 2y equals 2y squared. Okay, that's one. So after that, we are going to, I'm going to sketch to find x and y through diagram. I have sketched on my calculator Casio graph 75. this function y equals e power 2x minus 2x squared. And the graph like this. This coordinate point, this is y, this is x. This coordinate point is 0, 1, while the intercept point between this graph and x, that is minus 0.4506, 0. So this is x. I need more space. So x equals minus 0.456, 0.4506, or you may approximate becomes minus 0.451. Very significant figures. While these functions I have create the graph on my calculator to this function y x equals e power 2y minus 2y squared. And the graph like this. Y, the graph like this. Okay, this is 1, 0, while this intercept point with this graph and y-axis is 0, minus, minus 4. I mean minus 4, 5, 0, 6. So it means y equals minus 4, minus 0, minus 0. Sorry. Supposed to be minus 0.4506. And it means y equals minus 0.451. So the coordinate point C where tangent has gradient minus 1 is minus 4, minus 0, sorry, minus 0.451 and minus 0.451. Consider the non-zero factors u and phi. Let theta be the angle between u and phi. A, using the definitions of u dot phi and u multiply phi in terms of modulus phi, modulus, modulus u, modulus phi, and theta, show that u dot phi squared plus modulus u multiply phi squared equals modulus u squared phi modulus phi squared. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start with u dot phi according to the factor rules that u dot phi equals modulus u times modulus phi cosine theta. And modulus u multiply phi, it equals modulus u modulus phi sine theta. So it means the implications u times u dot phi is equals u dot phi squared. I mean, is equals yeah, modulus u modulus phi cosine theta squared. While modulus u multiply phi squared, it is modulus u modulus phi sine theta squared. So u dot phi squared plus modulus u multiply phi squared, it is this expression multiply this expression. Modulus u modulus phi cosine theta squared plus modulus u modulus phi sine theta squared. And it is modulus u squared modulus phi squared cosine squared theta plus modulus u squared modulus phi squared sine squared theta. And we can factorize becomes modulus u squared modulus phi squared multiply cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta. According to identity trigonometry, that cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta is equals to 1. So it is modulus u squared modulus phi squared. So u dot phi squared plus modulus u multiply phi squared equals this one. Modulus u squared modulus phi squared. This one. A triangle ABC has vertices A0, 1, 2, B, P, Q3, and C, 3, 2, and 1. The vectors U and P are defined as U equals line segment AB and phi equals line segment AC. It is given that U dot phi equals 3 and the area of triangle ABC is square root 6. Find the value of modulus U multiply phi. Okay. Part B. Area of triangle is square root, half. Half U multiply phi is equals square root 6 according to the information. So it means modulus U multiply phi is equals to square root 6. Or modulus U multiply phi it equals B part 1 this in decimal. If we convert to decimal, becomes 4.89897. Approximately becomes 4.90. Next part 2. Hence or otherwise find the value of modulus U. Okay, so phi, based on the information that phi equals line segment AC. So it means modulus phi is equals 3 squared plus 1 squared plus minus 1 squared. And it is square root 11, or if you convert to decimal, becomes 3.31662. 662 this one, and so on. And if u dot phi squared plus based on just our result at part A, that u plus u dot phi squared plus modulus u times phi squared, it is modulus u squared modulus phi squared. I need more space. So derived from this equation, so modulus u squared, it is u dot phi squared plus modulus u multiply phi squared over modulus phi squared. So it is u dot phi is 3 plus u multiply modulus u multiply phi is 2 square root 6 square, and phi modulus phi is square root 11 square. And if we calculate, it is 9 plus 4 times 6, 24, okay, over 11. So 33 over 11, it is 3. This is modulus u squared. So modulus u is square root 3. And if you convert into decimal, it becomes 1.73205, approximately being 1.73. Next, part 3. Hence or otherwise, find the possible values of P and the corresponding values of Q, corresponding P and Q. Three. So U dot P is equals P Q minus 1 dot 3, 1 minus 1. This is U and this is P, and it equals 3 according to the information. So 3P plus Q minus 1 minus 1 because 1 minus 1, Q minus 1 is because Q minus 1 multiply by 1, and it is 3. So 3P plus Q minus 2 is equals 3, or 3P plus Q equals 5, or Q equals 5 minus 3P. And So yeah, this the equation. Later we are going to using this equation. Modulus u equals square root p squared plus q minus 1 squared plus 1 squared equals square root 3, or p squared plus q minus 1 squared plus 1, it is 3. Now substitute this equation into this equation. So it's going to be p squared plus 5 minus 3p minus 1 squared plus 1 equals 3. Becomes p squared plus 4 minus 3p squared plus 1 equals 3. Then I be p squared plus 16 minus 2 times 4 times minus 3 is 24. P plus 9 p squared plus 1 equals 3. Becomes 10p squared minus 24p, 16, 17, minus 3. It means plus 14. It equals 0. Or we can simplify divided by 2, 5p squared minus 12p plus 7 equals 0. P1 and P2, it equals 12 plus minus square root minus 12 squared minus 4 plus 1, 7. 2 times 5. And it equals 12 plus minus square root 144 minus 140 over 10. 12 plus minus square root 4 over 10. 12 plus minus 2 over 10. So P1 equals 12 plus 2 over 10. And it equals 14 over 10. 7 over 5. P2 equals 12 minus 2 over 10. It equals 10 over 10, 1. So 1 and 7 over 5. So if now we are going to determine Q. Okay, when P equals 1, when P equals 1, Q equals 5 minus 3 times 1. 5 minus 3 is equals 2. When P equals 7 over 5, so Q was 5 minus 3 times 7 over 5. 5 minus 21 over 5. 25 over 5 minus 21 over 5. It is 4 over 5. That one. So we can determine u. So it means factor u is 1, 1, 1, or factor u is 7 over 5, 4 over 5 minus 1. Okay. And 1, or 7 over 5 minus minus 1 over 5 and 1. That's okay. Part 3 done. Consider a new point D. The factor W is defined W equals CD, a line segment CD. It is given that U dot W equals V dot W equals 0. And the area of triangle ACD is 5 square units. See, assuming that P equals 1, find the possible factors for W. Okay. Let's see. If factor W, X, Y, and Z, so factor V dot W, it equals 3, 1 minus 1, X, Y, Z, and it equals 3X, 1Y, minus 1Z. So V dot W equals 3X plus Y minus Z. And according to that information, that V dot W equals U dot W. So it means 3X plus Y minus Z equals X plus Y plus Z. So 2X minus 2Z it equals 0 because Y minus Y equals 0. So X equals Z. Now substitute X equals Z into this this equation. The previous equation is 3X plus Y minus X equals 0. So it means 2X. Yeah. The previous equation is 3X plus Y minus Z equals 0. Because X equals Z, so it means this z becomes x. So 3x minus x, 2x plus y equals 0, or y equals minus 2x. Okay, y equals minus 2x. Next, area of triangle. Area of triangle equals half times base times height. And it is half times modulus W times modulus V. If the triangle like this, okay, so this CD, ACD. So it's going to be half the root factor W is XYZ, x squared plus y squared plus c squared. And modulus factor V is square root 11. It equals 5 based on the information the area is 5. So it means I need more space. So it means square root x squared plus y squared plus z squared square root 11, it equals 10 because 2 multiply 5. Or x squared plus y squared plus c squared multiply by 11, it is 100. Okay. Set becomes this becomes the the power 2, and this is power 2 as well. Next, after that, x squared plus y squared plus z squared, it equals 100 over 11. And my previous explanation result that y equals minus 2x. So it becomes minus 2x squared. And z equals x. So it is x squared. X squared plus 4x squared plus x squared equals 100 over 11. So it's going to be 6x squared equals 100 over 11. Or x squared equals 100 over 66. Or x equals square root 100 over 66 plus minus the result equals square root. And if square root 100 over 66, we can simplify, becomes 10 over square root 66, or 10 over 10 square root 1 over 66, like this. Okay. Or we can simplify it, becomes square root 50 over 33. If 50 over 33, it becomes square root, it's 25 times 2. So 5 square root 2 over 33. Or in decimal, becomes 1.0 1.23091 according to my calculator. This is X. Now y is minus 2x, so it means minus 2 multiply this number 1.23091,491, and it equals minus 2. Sorry, I forgot to, if this one is supposed to be, this is plus minus. Wait, okay. So it's going to be plus minus 2.46182,982. How about z? Z equals x plus minus 1.23091,491. Or or in or no, I'm going to, yeah, or in fraction. I mean, I would like to find x, y, and z. I would like to writing x, y, and z in fraction, or x plus minus the root 100 over 66. It is 10 1 over 66. So y equals plus minus minus 2. Okay, minus 2 multiply 10 square root 1 over 66. So it is plus minus 20, 1 over 66. While z equals plus minus square root 10, I mean 1 over 66. Now we are going to determine factor w. The factor w is in decimal version plus minus 1.23091,491. Y plus minus 2.46182982 plus minus same with x 1.23091,491. Or if we or we can writing like this plus minus 1 point, I mean 1.23091,491 times 1 minus 2 ones. Okay. Or we can writing like this, or we can writing plus minus 1.23091,491 minus 2.46182982, 1.23091,491. As well, you can writing according to that version. Or I would like to writing in fraction version, or if in fraction like this, plus minus 10, 1 over 66, and then plus minus, plus minus, minus 20, 1 over 66, plus minus 10, 1 over 66. Or I would like simplify like this, plus minus 10, 1 over 66, 1, sorry, 1 minus 2, 1, like this. Okay. Or in different version, but actually the result is same, plus minus 5 over 33 square root 66, plus minus minus 10 over 33 square root 66, plus minus 5 over 33 square root 66. Or it is plus minus 5 over 33 square root 66 times 1 minus 2, 1. Okay.